here with Zenny, who is our Youth Forum chair and a young trustee at RSBC. We're going to be chatting to her about her journey today. So, Zen, to start us off, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you kind of came to the RSBC Forum.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Zenny. I'm 24 and I'm from West London. So I suppose my initial journey with the forum started, I'd say maybe in 2020. It was just before the whole COVID malarkey took place. I think the first time when I first joined, I think we had like one meeting in person and then everything moved like virtual because of pandemic. And I've been here for about 5, 6 years. Um, I started off as any other member, as like, a forum member. In the last year, I became chair, which has been crazy and awesome and amazing at the same time.
Yeah, Zen, that leads really nicely on to becoming chair. Like, was it something you knew you wanted to do eventually, knowing that the forum has a chair, or did it just kind of happen? Like, what was the process for you?
So I suppose because obviously when I joined the forum, it was kind of different to how it is now. So we didn't really have that process in place at the beginning. It was kind of it. We didn't really have a chair selected from the forum pool of members until like a couple of years ago. Um, I've always been quite a leader anyway. I've always been quite outspoken. So I've always been quite like intrigued or like interested in kind of leadership roles anyway, if I feel like I can bring something to the table. But like it was actually kind of Sonia and Juliet, who are the staff members, who kind of approached me and asked if I'd consider it. And it was kind of from there that I thought about it. I was like, hey, actually, like, I could probably bring stuff to the table. I've been here for like, I think it was about 4 years at that point. And I'm passionate about kind of leading change, positive change. And we have like, as a forum, we have really good potential. We have like really good members, like really passionate people.
Yeah, I think for us as well, when we were thinking about, oh, we need to put a new chair in place, uh, we thought actually Zenny's going to be great because she's so driven and she's been around for a while, so she kind of knows what's going on. And we knew, you had things, not only did you have things that you wanted to say and issues you wanted to tackle, but you had a bit of an understanding of like wanting to help drive others as well and bring a little bit of oomph to it, which we were like, yeah, this is our gal. What's something that people might not expect about being chair of a youth forum?
So I think about being a chair or a leader or whatever of any kind of group, I think people kind of expect there to be like it's all based around like, oh, like we're like just leading it and like running the town or running the show, which isn't what it's supposed to be. The thing that people probably don't think about, and that I certainly didn't kind of consider as much, and like how important it is the individual relationships that you build with each person within that group. Like it's all well and good to like kind of have the group sessions and have the monthly meetings where everyone's there, but actually like each person has different kind of qualities and different things that they're passionate about to bring to the table. It's like when you have, I don't know, when you like try and bake a cake, like each kind of ingredient has its purpose. You don't just end up with a cake. So like,
Oh, what a beautiful metaphor. I love that.
yeah, so like I suppose it was just finding that footing and finding and building those relationships, because like not everyone's going to trust you straight away. You're not going to like be like, hey, tell me everything about you, tell me your Myers-Briggs, your zodiac sign, everything about you. And it doesn't really work like that. Like at the end of the day, every single person is human. We all have our boundaries, we all have our kind of things like that we're passionate about, and just like quirks and stuff like that.
So, as well as being the chair of our youth forum, you are also one of two young trustees on the RSBC Board of Trustees. Could you tell us a little bit about what's involved in being a young trustee at RSBC?
Yeah, as a young trustee, in general, like trustees kind of roles are to kind of just ensure that we're on the right path. Like in summary, I suppose that's my understanding to it. I could be completely wrong. So if a trustee is listening to this, I'm very sorry. My kind of role as a young trustee is to kind of liaise between our youth forum and the trustee board. And like on the boards, we have like the council meetings and stuff, and in those meetings we have like quite senior members of staff and CEOs. So as a young trustee, it's important that for me specifically, to feedback on what we are working on as a forum and what we want as a forum and how the trustees and senior members of staff could support us. So that's kind of it in summary.
So Zen, would you say there are different aspects of being chair of the forum and being a young trustee? Like, kind of how do they compare in terms of like what you do and the experience that you have?
Yeah, so it's a different, like they're two different roles, because obviously as part of the forum I'm taking more of a leadership role where assisting with kind of creating the agenda, or I'm like helping to lead a meeting or communicating with members individually and taking more initiative to kind of be more of a chair. With a young trustee kind of role, it's kind of more that I'm feeding into something rather than kind of running it. The obvious difference is that just the way you feed into something. Also, the other thing is that, like, as a forum, we're very focused on young people and what we need and what we kind of want and stuff like that. Whereas the trustee board is a board to kind of represent the whole organization. It's not just based on one thing. There's so many things that go into creating a successful organization. Like, there's so many different committees and factors and stuff like that all play a part into it. So, whilst young people are the main, obviously, the main focus and purpose, there's still like little bits like funding and like community engagement and like things like that, like stuff that the trustees have to deal with.
Can you share a moment that made you really proud of the forum and its members? Any sort of particular moments or things that you guys have done and that they've done?
Yeah, sure. I mean, so this sounds probably so corny, but like I genuinely can't just pick one. Like, I know probably everyone says that or like whatever, but genuinely, like, I just think that the way we tackle things, like whether they're challenges, whether they're like goals, whatever, like as a group, it's like something beyond amazing, I think. For example, like we created a whole, like, we changed everything. Like the forum was so different like 5 years ago, and then all of us came together and said, look, we need to change things. And now we've got a manifesto, we've got people like linking into trustees, we've got people linking into like different parts of the organization, like we've got people doing outside projects, and all of it comes together as one. And like I just think how like passion and drive and ambition as a group is just amazing, really. I think like each of one of us is like equally kind of participating. It's not just like we just kind of sit there for like a monthly meeting and that's it. Like we all have stuff that we're working on, like outside of those, that we can bring together into one. I just think that relationship that we've built as well, like as a group.
So what's the biggest challenge you've come across as chair, and sort of how have you handled it?
So I wouldn't say there's been any specific challenges, really. I guess one thing that I've been thinking about, which kind of links a little bit to what I was talking about earlier, is like trust of the members. And like if the group doesn't trust you, or you're not reflecting what they want, or you're just kind of there for the power, like, there's no point. And I think one of the things that I was at the start, I was like, like how am I going to make sure that I'm sort of representing what the forum want as a group? Because obviously I know I have quite like passionate opinions and views and stuff, but the purpose isn't for me to just share my opinions, it's to reflect what everyone else wants.
What advice would you give to a young visually impaired person who's maybe interested in getting involved in similar things like youth forums, either like within a VI organisation or like more broadly in other organisations generally?
I think go for it. Like honestly, like you're not going to lose anything by joining. I think being part of a panel or a forum or a similar kind of group is that the good thing is that you learn so much, because you learn a lot of kind of teamwork skills and just communication skills. And whilst if you're passionate about kind of sharing opinions and like stuff like that, then it's really just, it's a great opportunity, because like you can also learn the skills and take them with you like into other aspects of your life. Like for example, like advocacy or teamwork skills, a lot of those skills come in handy with employment, or just...
Have you found it useful to bring into your work now you're
Yeah,
working full time?
absolutely. So because I'm a communications assistant, so I work in the communications team of an organization, and a lot of that is teamwork. And that's the main thing to like remember as well. Like you might all be in a group of vision impaired people, but each person has different kind of experiences, like different lived experiences, and it's about bringing those together. Equally, in a job setting, you might be in a fundraising team or a communications team, but each person has different abilities or different strengths that they can feed into that team.
What do you hope the forum will achieve over the next year?
So I just really hope that we continue to kind of do what we're doing, because like we are currently in the process of like really establishing our kind of goals and of like what we want. Like we've got the manifesto. We recently had a strategy day in February to kind of establish what exactly we wanted to work on and the key areas. So I really just kind of really just hoping that we kind of continue to do that and expand on those things and like expand our outreach as well. Like as an organization in general, I think RSBC is trying to like, we're trying to nationalize ourselves a little bit more. Is that a word? I hope it is. It is now because I said it. So, you know, and we want to be a part of that.
Nationalised is like being owned by the government.
No, not being owned by the government, but like, what's the word? You know, like we want to like become more like national.
Yeah, we want to broaden our reach.
We want to broaden our reach, and you know, equally so do we as a forum. So you know, I want it to be where like in a year's time or like a few years time, where like if people are researching about like youth panels or people that have been really involved with like external things, that you know we're the first results to kind of come up. Like if we Google it and like for example like we Google inspiring vision impaired people, like I would just hope that we'd be the kind of first few, like one of the first few results to come up.
Really hitting them SEOs.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And because we have such potential, like we have amazing people in the forum. We have like really articulate members and really kind of passionate members to like, you know, we really kind of want to reach out to people, and it's not because it's not just about kind of representing what we want to RSBC. It's about like just in general as being vision impaired people, like we want to be role models to everyone. We want to be like making change. We want to be like known and seen to be making change.
Thanks, Zen, for answering those questions and sharing your experiences like chair of the forum and as a trustee. It's been really insightful. Hopefully people will learn a lot about what it's like and like what they can gain by joining boards like this and getting involved and sharing their voices.
Thanks for having me. It's been really fun kind of just chatting, and yeah, I really hope that the listeners find it insightful. And honestly, if you're thinking about joining a board or a panel, go for it. You've got nothing to lose. And yeah, thanks for listening.